Yeah, she's gonna be very, very dangerous. We saw it on the international stage when she played in the Americas LCQ, where she had exceptional performances. But those two teams, they will be going head-to-head. It will be a lot on the shoulders of both of those Neons, right? There is a Cypher in the game for Carmine Corp, which makes this one highly difficult for Adora to have perfect impact. And on the other side, Alkia against the Killjoy, you have some more flexibility, you have some more options, and it's a little harder for Giant X to clear her out. But GX, they know how to play with that team comp.
No, absolutely. And honestly, I'm really excited to see the Anacelia Yoru. I wish we would get that plus Anita like head-to-head, but it just the maps haven't overlapped to achieve that. Even if we go to Breeze, it'll be Alkia on it. But I think it's going to really alleviate some of that pressure on Alkia. And I think this is when she does perform her best, where there is a manager of mischief. And Anacelia had a decent start to bind, and then it just kind of fell off because she was in such that supportive role. She was falling back to heal, etc. And so this should be special. And also Safia on, again, that Cypher. I feel like you can rat a little bit more. You don't have to be as communicative in terms of the cycling of the Viper utility, which means her timing, her internal clock should be 10 times better.
And we're going in potentially Carmine Corp's last game of stage number 1. There is a chance that a two-time champion is out in 4th place. You need that point. You want those points. And Giant X wants them as well. They want a meeting with G2 Gozen tomorrow. But Haven is in their way.
That would leave 3 more teams they need revenge against. G2, Gentlemates, and SK Nebula, which you could argue they already got the best of them in getting the playoffs bid over them and Zenit. But here we go. What could be the last map of our lower round 1. And we mentioned keeping it simple with the comp. Looks like we're going to see KC keep it simple with a pretty hefty A start.
And it's a really fast A play. Something we saw similar from G2 playing a similar comp on that last matchup. You always like take those A control with the double duelist setup, and afterwards try to figure out what you're doing from there. And I think it's a rotation once again.
I feel like we time traveled, right? No Waylay in the lobby, no Jet in the lobby, no Isu. And whew, this re-clear punish is really nice onto Safia. And the reroute towards B looks good. They're going to give it up.
And they're gonna giving up some space there, Glance. Finds the kill onto Anva. Finds the kill onto Anita. Trying to rotate behind the KC players. GX has another one for her as well. Ancila, great positioning. Trades back and forth in the end. Slightly advantageous for Giant X, and a great position from Anva. Nobody is aware of that flank, and the 2 versus 1 GX. 1 frag for her, but is there a possible spike left down? Not really recoverable. You don't really want to save that classic, so have to make a decision there. Have to be decisive. Tries to lure them out, tries to reposition it, but Anva, a second for her. Early charge of the lockdown.
Yeah, we saw some shakiness in that mid-round on that B take, trying to get the flash off the right angle. It threw off the timing and really allowed that reflood to come in from Giant X after they had found these openings. And I was worried from the initial kill there between Anacelia and Anita that we were going to get the same overfighting tendencies from Bind. But again, they played off of each other perfectly there. Nobody overswung. And that is a great way to keep the momentum from Bind coming with a first-round pistol.
Keep the momentum going, trying to hold this one as flawless as possible. Jade Noir on her new favorite gun on second rounds. The arrows coming into fruition. And this will be like the basic setup that Carmine Corp is driving every round. Trying to take some A control, but fast execute, trying to get onto Jade Noir. Jada in a great position, and Jade Noir also gets her frag. Some drop coverage from Jada, but GX and Anacelia fighting into that side as well. Anva is there, close angle, close fight, gets the kills. Last player is Safia, and a lot of economy damage. Over from the side of KC, no spike plant, but a second round for GX.
I just took the gamble, was worried about the short backstab there, so she didn't have the opportunity to fully support Jade Maw in that position, and that's where, again, you've got to be careful with these relay bolts from the Neons. Come in so fast. The entire team flooding in right after shows that Carmine Corp should be ready now that rifles are in hand to pick up some speed, to be on the same page. They've mentioned it is a fault at times, and Look at how weak the A side is. I was thinking if we're gonna have a fast mid fight, it's just the slow walk down.
And something that you wanna clear out space on your eco round. Wanna be a little bit more proactive.
Ooh. Cam broke, no punish. Adora is out. Now you get to re-clear that space with the drone.
Still no fights taken by either side. It's just like you're fighting behind the line if you're a Giant X, but Jada has the first track. Anva spotted. You know where she is, but you don't know what gun does she have in hand. And that Baki might be impactful. Anita finds the kill into Sophia. KC seems disconnected on that round up until now. Everyone is looking for singular fights, and GX is taking advantage of that.
20 seconds for Jaden Dart. During the short line instead, so there is an opportunity to slip in through long.
Everyone's watching happen. GX, late frag, late trade, but dies as well. Adora, a quick double for her. Weapon doesn't matter. Glance, a kill in middle.
30 seconds
Open
left.
space up towards C. 30 seconds left. But still in the clutch in a 1v2. Not the best of situations.
Spike planted.
And it's so interesting too. This is the second time she's been kind of apart from the pack as well. And this time it allows her to at least get the spike planted, go for this masterful rewrap. Does she expect all three? I think she's hoping that it is.
But doesn't take the timing, doesn't take a chance. Here's all the steps. Risky angle. Doesn't dodge the paranoia. Gets
They don't
blinded.
hard clear that.
They're not clearing it, but they're still having a player. Cater towards main. Cater from long. Spike is halved. Tapped by Jada. Utility in hand. But what a shot from Glance. She might get it. Glance has it. A Red Bull clutch to save KC from 0-3 purgatory. Glance is exceptional, and Glance is perfect on that play.
Oh my goodness, and you saw the realization. They were like, let's not overfight this, let's make sure that we're taking our time, we're not sticking it all the way through, and it's just they don't commit together, and I'm not quite sure why Jada was still crouched there. And while she gets the kill, the shock darts are brilliant, and that shows. And that experience in the server saves KC from utter disaster, and I mean, it's still kind of disastrous. Look at the buy, everyone died.
That's still low buy. Like, you're still on eco. Not the best of situations for Kamekop, but they're trying to get a fast beard. That's a perfect situation with those smaller guns. Stinger Rush B, we know this one. We expect this play. But a reset of pace from Giant X.
We're gonna re-clear in the garage. That feels like the logical play, but Toxic Screen, Anva ready.
Is she ready for the swing? That's a big question! Anita Anva shutting down the things KC were building towards mid. Control established. Just one player left in window. It's Glance. This clutch might be too much for her. 1v5, not possible. And a third round for Giant X on their defense.
Is she ready, Akamak? Is she ready?
Is she
They
ready,
were the
Zoe?
ones that were instigating. They were so ready. They expected that, line them up, knock them down like dominoes together. And Anva's like, Anita, how did you get those kills from behind me? It's like blinking, you'll miss it. They all died at the same time. And that is the coordination, the synchrony that we're seeing from Giant X that is dangerous, and why they are such an unpredictable team.
Unpredictable. All Jade Moore teams are unpredictable. I've never seen a predictable Jade Moore team.
Surprised the door didn't upgrade to the op. Odin in hand from the shadows. Are they gonna stick this? They do.
And this is
Wrong B
another B
again.
play. Quick B. Over from Kamekop, destroying some utility late. Sophia might still have a late play here as well. Same for Glance. But the player on the backside falls down. Anva enters towards side. Gets this one back. Gets them into the numbers advantage. Anita, ready for the swing. Ready to fight against Sophia, and is quicker on the trigger. Hunter's Fury invested early. Glance gets a kill there. But that's the only ones falling down. Glance again.
It's half time.
Has to be perfect, has to clutch it. But it's a full front for Giant X. And KC, they can't hold the post plant.
Oh, and the comms come through that it's halved, and Glance, you saw it. They think she could clutch the round of being forced to save. And it was a good identification from Carmine Core that the B site is super, super weak, but they're just playing so heavily into the post, falling off site, leaning into the Hunter's Fury. When you're running a double duelist composition, right? You want those duelists up close and personal, not just a solo Jix back site, right? They look scared. They look shaken from map 1, which is why I think this timeout has come through.
Yeah. They're not looking up to the task. And we talked about Sophia. She has been one of the main courses of Carmine Corp here. Had a great showing against Gentlemates, even though they lost that matchup. And I still think that Sophia on that Cypher is basically the same compared to like their chamber, right? Those are the two agents that I like seeing Sophia on the most. And I think right now she needs to be back to what she has done against Gentlemates and done on the first half, on the first map.
No, absolutely. And I feel like we're not going to see that star power until the side swap when she does get to full link of these sites. But the last 2 rounds, she also hasn't gotten to work, right, as a Lurk Sentinel because of how fast they've gone B, right? She's been kind of integrated, caught into that garage retick from Giant X back-to-back rounds, and that was a very unfortunate timing. They're up against Anita too, so yeah, just getting very, very unlucky in the RNG department. And speaking of unlucky, KC
deploying drone.
Cannot go into the Odin with these lack of shields in a few players. So one Alki at full HP with that hero rifle. Adora.
Adora doesn't hit her shots, but the last one goes in against Sophia. KC is calling the shots, really trying to go for a quick C execute here. But Jada, perfect timing on the paranoia. Slows this one down even more. KC seems lost on this one. They don't really know what to do. They're all stuck on like a small space in middle.
And it's like a magnetic draw to the B site. This time Jade Maw is there, relay bolt or not. You are not getting in through this meat grinder of a toxic screen decay combo, and they think better of it.
Hence again, you had that space over to Red's A, you had lobby, and now you have to re-clear it again on the drone.
Yeah, still better than running to the B side, but this is the difference, right? You have Jade Maw probably heard that drone down short, so what does Giant X do immediately? Group up and start re-clearing the entire left of the map. They're so sure they're not C. They've taken all of this grass space to neutralize any Lurk players, and now they just play the full retake, crunching back onto the A site, off the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, stalls a lot more time off. Jax is falling towards Jade Maw's Hunter's Fury. Adora gets a kill from her as well. And now KC has to be quick to even get a spike plant down. Arkia fighting forward, dies onto the hands of Anita. Doesn't come into fruition. Spike has been planted. This makes the economy slightly better, but KC, it doesn't seem like they're having a way into this map. And I love what Giant X is doing on A long, blocking all the space off with Jade Maw's Odin.
And I mean, aside from the round where Glance clutched that second round where they were able to take some really heavy A fights, these last few have been near flawless or flawless from Giant X. And that's robbed a lot of ult orbs as well from KC. So you're coming out of this timeout where usually you can use these to create a really creative exec, and you just don't have those same tools in the toolbox, right? To get the job done. And on the flip side, Giant X, look, they are in their prime in the ults. They utilized Jade Maw's last round to deny the eco. They have 4 more to replace hers.
Once again, early round A contact. Early round A pressure from Carmine Corp.
There.
But not really committing onto this one just yet. Having much more space. It might be an execute. Adora?
Oh, they're feeling confident. They're going to re-swing this.
And Adora swings! Gets a kill! Stun onto GX! Close range try, the second one for her as well! Suez just belongs to Adora! Fights on Celia in utility as well! 3 quick kills.
1 enemy remaining.
Over towards GX. Jade Maw gets Lance. And Sophia on the other side of the map. Without anything she can really do. Spike has been dropped into sewers. Unreachable for her. Just save that gun, go next round.
And again, is this reserved confidence from Giant X, right? They have the confidence to swing short, to take those contacts, to interrupt that side take, but then they're not so loosey-goosey that as soon as they see that neural theft come out, as soon as they know where Sophia is, it'll go running towards her, all willy-nilly. And that is the eyes of a killer, Adora, the one who opened up this round, and now they are locking it down, right? Turret for the B space. You'll know if anybody's coming through A, and your Jada Jade Moi, just in case they decide to go all the way through C spawn.
Yeah, but Sophia is just gonna run down the timer.
10
And
seconds left.
well, again, we sort of have a switch of what we saw on that first map, right? Where KC were just shuffling around their defensive setups, having some options on what they were trying to do, having some options on their build-ups. And GX is doing the same thing on like their own defense right now. A lot of heavy pressure towards long, and now it's the short fight for Adora that brings them over the edge.
Yeah, and their tool for this successful defense is a bit different from KC's in that it's not Alkia and an operator. It's instead their control over time. And these unpredictable, aggressive fronts, right? Like Adora, re-clearing short. Like them, 3 people pushing out garage. It's been so effective. And if they keep playing like this, something tells me Jada will in fact be getting better than 4th place in a split.
This would be her best result ever, even though she is like a veteran in Game Changers EMEA. 3rd place finish. The best result she ever had. And for a lot of those players, this would mean a lot. We know they are talented, but they were always misfits. A band together that fights for recognition in Game Changers.
Huh? So there was one ult that KC could rely upon, and there it is, Anacelia. Terraforms the site, confirms no underlying presence other than the scarce Killjoy util, but that was the plan, to play retake here, and now your alert player, your backstab's gone. You can't interfere with this.
Hey, your backstab is dead, now you have an ultimate. Up and running. Alkia plays this one aggressively, but will get detained. An ace paranoia coming through there as well. Suddenly, the numbers are even more into the pockets of Giant X. A snake bite to stall off even more time glance on Anacelia. The spike is already being defused. You need to be quick. You need to get onto this one, but you doesn't. Anacelia finds another kill, but a 7-1. Giant X is running away with this one. KC, I know this first map has been rough, but they need to get it together. They need to come back to their 2025 form.
And it's moments like that CT choke that are what I needed to see from Giant X on Bind early on, right? They know how to trap these refights, prevent players from, like Alkia, from getting online. Alkia is 0-8 right now. And that is not honestly her fault either. It's just like she's trying to fight forward. She's trying to do her job. And she's running into 2, 3, 5 players at times.
And normally if we like see a Neon struggle on Haven that heavily, it's because there's an excellent Cypher player shutting her down, but it's just raw aiming and like,
Odin.
and an Odin that's stopping her. And Jade Moore, in part solo pressuring that A main control that KC is trying to establish just with that one gun in hand.
Ooh, Adora heard this. How long does she stay? And is the bait enough from Anita?
Oh, it gets a frag. Alkia finds her first one. Gets herself on the scoreboard, but they're going away. Adora hears all of that. The fake doesn't work out because Adora is right behind them. Lurking in the shadows in front of the wire.
Aww.
Nice try.
Parkour falls. But this ace exec shouldn't.
Oh, look at the corner. They need to check it. Jada and Jade Moore having such great position. Jade Moore gets a triple on the Odin. Press mouse 1 and pray. KC doesn't get through there. Sophia, miracles needed from you. Cross track down the double. Red Bull clutch. Sophia rings it back. No Odin can stop that clutch from happening. What?
And that one hurts for Giant X too, because Anva was like, okay, we've been overfighting, we're taking too many ones against these star players, let me wait for the regroup from Adora, but she's not in position at the proper moment, and that Guardian goes to work. And after Jade Ma put those Odin skills to good use, it is a sigh of relief. Prevents probably what would have been another KC timeout, and it's clutches like that that can repair the mental as well. Can't repair the money, unfortunately, just yet, but it's a great start.
I mean, your money is like still fine. Not perfect, but you know, Guardians in the hands of those players. Something you have to look out for, but look at the space Adora has right now. Solo anchoring A with that.
Yeah, you can play retake with the overdrive, so there's no worries. Drone as well to re-clear mid, trying to force them into an exec like this A space. And the jig is up.
Yeah, but immediately the Hunter's Fury has been thrown in there. Jademar just trying to pressure them off the A side. Trying to ring them in the more stacked areas of that map. Jada off angle once again. Has the timing, has the kill, finds GX, but Alkia and Anastasia finding a way in. Anva, late trade. Anita has one as well. Back and forth on that side. KC can't get an opening there. Can't get the plant down. And it's once again down to Sophia. One more player than the last time. You need to be clutch. You need to have ice in your veins.
30 seconds left.
Flooded moment. Player in backside spotted. Anva knows where she is. The jig is up. Adora has wrapped around. Shot in the back. Dreams denied. Round number 8 for Giant X.
Perpetual space taking in corners not cleared. Killers on Haven. I mean, full paranoid. And Jada has just enough delay so that more than anything, Anva can get in position with Anita and they can be the ones to full anchor this site. And it's impressive as well that usually it is just that like ride or die omen there, and the speed in which these additional anchors are able to reinforce without start KJ utility there is impressive. And now they have the KJ utility there. So KC feeling like they're running dry on options, finally heading towards C long, and that's where Adora is.
And where Adora is, there are most likely kills. Both overdrives has been taken on. Adora gets the second one for her, knows where all of them are. The spray through the smoke, the overdrive, an ace for Adora. All 5 going down to the Palpatine of Giant X.
Last round in the half.
And that was open for the Adora ace earlier this map that got stolen away. I think it was by Jade Maw, and she finally gets it. It was at the right side, right time for the opener, and you really need that Yoder for a fast C take, and then it just got so much worse. And when you're winding down a half in this manner, you don't care about that ult being invested on the eco. You're not going to get the ult back anyways. So there it is, 9 rounds up, looking for double digits before the half is up. It's a final ditch effort by from Carmine Core. And you just got burned on C. You're scared of Adora. B hasn't worked no matter how many times you've planted. And A has a Viper's Pit. So where do you go?
Enemy marked.
Enemy marked them. We need to figure out where Carmine Corp is coming from and where they're going. Jake support into Spawn. Some new ideas. Trying to combine this one for Hunter's Fury. But no frags just yet. KC are shooting their shots. But they're missing right now. 10 and 2 on the horizon. Something you can't come back from that easily. Adora back there on long, but get some coverage from Jada. A quick double out of them. 2 players left. Jade holding that angle on the Odin. But it's Glance who once again brings KC onto a winnable position. Brings KC the option to bring this one back. Anita has wrapped around.
Oh, can't miss the timing. There is the trap wire since they didn't back out fully. It's gonna be a crunch tap. Anva has to be in position.
And they're still having a molly available. Anita, 1 versus 2, and she clutches into this wall! Clutch after clutch after clutch! And this matchup has been decided by great individuals showing up into all of the right moments. Anita is it this time, and we're going into a 10 to halftime with a Red Bull clutch.
Nowhere! Shot down.
One enemy remaining.
I know exactly.
One enemy remaining.
You take it. Yeah.
And we are back. Carmine Core, 3 rounds away from elimination. Came into the season with sky-high expectations after getting 5th, 6th at GCC Seoul last year. Giant X, they said it. They know this opponent. For the fire coming in, the rematch brewing, and they are proving it every step of the way. The grit of a comeback on Bind transpires into dominance on Haven. The weak point of the map pool exposed. And now, I mean, you're on the attack. I mentioned how simple this composition is. At this point with Adora 17-4, it is Adora go kill.
Yeah, she's just been exceptional. And again, on that attack, if you can figure your way around Sophia's tripwires, Adora should have a good time here as well. And Celia getting a lot of info, but not too much going on there.
Okay. See the confidence just in some of the solo engagements being taken. Sophia.
Fuel against Anita. Gets up her cage. A lot of damage, but not quite a kill.
Look at Alkia.
Some texture walls.
Killjoy to her watching, but at this point she's so deep that if they actually commit to this C space, you're not even going to see her on the long peak. So we're in such a gray area for how this round is going to go. And there's less than a minute left in the regroup. The reflow potential is there for KC on this B site.
They're still playing around with that B take. Sophia in the backside needs one. You need to do one if you're in that position. Adora has an entry. Immediately gets traded. Glance has 2. Might be the saving grace for Carmine Corp once again. Alkia. Important frag to get there, but Jademo on the frag. Numbers advantage still in the pockets of Carmine Corp, but Sophia is very low. Some spam through a wall. Some shock darts. Jademo knows her lineups. 1 versus 2 for her. But Sophia is low. This one is doable. And Celia has the headshot. Last frag goes down. No clutch. And an 11th round denied. KC is still in this. KC is still alive.
We're doing this again, aren't we, Akamas? Not a 9-3, but a 10-2. I mean, that's the second time where it's been a dominant half, and the opposing team that's down has won the pistol. And now it's okay up to Giant X to try and respond. I mean, it was a great attempt with the Sheriff from Jademo, but just too many bodies to get through, too many trade factors there for Carmine Core. And Giant X coming into this round. No snares, no nothing. No need to overreact when you're up 10-3. But it does look like they're going fast A, so curious to see what Anacilia is going to accomplish with a sniper rifle.
Important shots, but they're just waiting on the martial shots and afterwards cross into Suar's glance all on her own there. Big surprise for her, waiting. All 5 players fighting into this one. Anacilia might just be an overrun, but gets 2! That's first one! Whoa! Andro! Too late on the trade! A triple by Anacilia. Glance is holding as well. Full house from those 2 players, Anacilia and Glance. A-sided stairs.
Wow. And we need Glance to stay online, right? She's the one that gave them a glimmer of hope in the first half with that clutch moment. Now she's already on track for the Hunter's Fury. She was the perfect backup here for Anacilia as well. It was just one after another, reloading one bullet at a time as she went. Just the full house completed. Impressive around short. Showing that, all right, let's run it back. They can't do it again, right? They don't have weapons this time, right?
They can do it, right? No upset this time. They're fighting into this one aggressively. Alkia! First shot! But no coverage by Anacilia. Jada, quick enough on the crate. A lot of damage onto the Omen player. Not taken out of the equation quite yet. Just a Sheriff and Glance.
Portal closed.
They've overstayed their welcome twice over here on the A side, it feels like. Such low HP. I mean, you have players that the trip would take half their HP out at this point, and glance at this drone. What a spot. Would have called the rotations over. They've identified the weak site, but there is a site for trip, and I'm still so worried about these HPs.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Cage trigger.
Jake's not in the best of situations right now. Even though numbers
Pass the
are...
trip.
Camera taken out. Tripwire destroyed.
How did they get past that trip? Anva finds the kill into Sphere. That's a surprising timing for her. Nobody will expect the players
30 seconds
up there in
left.
spawn. And Celia was surprised as well. Fires off a shot, but no kills found. Very...
I'm less scared about the HP.
Poison's off.
Yeah, same. But some utility pieces might be enough. Glance has 2 shock darts left, but look at Anva's timing. Right behind them. Shot in the back of the head. And Celia's falling down. Round number 11. Up for the taking for Giant X. And Odin in the backside might be enough to bring this over the line. Anita finds 2. Finds round 11. GX 2 away from a matchup against G2 tomorrow. From a best of 5 in the lower bracket finals.
I mean, just the effectiveness. They identify a threat and they neutralize it at its source on so many of these retakes. Happened on the A choke, now it's happened on the C choke. And that's what's leading them to success right now. That was a bonus attempt conversion, though, out of KC. So you get the op online, you get some more Vandals. I think they did only force up 1 Hero Phantom. Reason why Sophie is on the Sheriff, but Giant X, they hear G2's call for another rematch, and they have quickly scaled up grass here, gotten a player deposited. You can see the Cypher trips are scarce. They've changed this defensive setup, really relying upon Alkia over towards A.
But that reliance should be fine right now. GX is trying to execute onto that garage area. GX is low. The Omen needs to get out of this situation quickly.
There's no punish, though. Off of that paranoia from KC, so now, I mean, you have 3 stacked on site, but can the door break it?
Oh, great angle from Celia, but doesn't get a frag. Needs to get out of there quickly. 5 HP left. 3 players in the backside. I don't think the Giant X is quiet, expecting this one, but Shademo finds on Celia. The spam on the Odin. Too good for KC, too much for KC to handle. Numbers advantage over to Giant X, and it's C-Sports still something you want to take. GX is down. And all of a sudden, this is very, very doable on the take, even though KC rotated. Sophia, only a trade, not enough. Anita is a triple in the backside. Alkia on home, finds her the mice and Anvar, and it's a match point. Giant X are just running away with it.
Match point.
Now he didn't get time to contemplate the operator save or not. It was just dusted. It was the backstep from Anva, and I got nervous here. I was like, okay, KC, this is different. Like, they're actually reflooding in one after another. It's not like one big take through the choke that Giant X can counter, but again, they didn't take a risk. They just shot through the smoke. They compiled the util.
This goes here.
And all there were glimmers there backside from players like Lance. Even that was not enough. So 8 rounds needed to get to overtime here. And the bye, not very awe-inspiring.
We believe in miracles, Sobi. Exactly that.
We just saw a 9-3, yeah.
Deploying drone.
But do we believe in 12-4 miracles? Because
Give me like 3 rounds, then I'll start believing.
nothing less is required out of Carmine Corp. No space has been taken for Giant X. But look at Akia. Needs to find something. Okay, first. No second one for her. An immediate trade. And the other's Fury coming through as well. Glance! Gets kills! Gets damage! This might be a way back for KC into this matchup. Sophia has a timing, but doesn't hit the shot. Anva falls back. Sophia falls back. Numbers advantage for KC.
Ooh, they spotted Anva. Paranoia at the ready.
Off angle for GX. Needs to get everything she wants here. But Amber, not quick enough on the trigger. An immediate trade from Jada. Sophia makes it 2. Makes it to a 12 and 5. It's still doable. KC is hanging in there. But by a threat.
This race, Sophia, keep the Guardian. It's been crazy. More than half of her kills coming from closers with that weapon. And this was a perfect trade as well. The Hunter's Fury off of Alkia's contact here. And I liked the reposition from Jix as well. Off of that Paranoia, saying like, okay, they're probably not gonna clear this corner. She gets her 1 and done. That is the kind of lifeline that you need. And I said 3. 2 more, it's a 7-12. And Like getting probably Giant X's first time out, and then I'm a believer. Akamask.
Coming through.
We're waiting for Zoe to turn into a believer.
Are you a believer?
Go, go.
I'm always a believer.
You're always a believer. Gotcha, gotcha.
Kate Cage
Andorra executing onto that side, but oh, by the tripwire, Sophia. Quick on the trigger. That blocking power needs to come into this one. Spike is going down, but numbers advantage. Over to Kamenkop. They have a Euro ultimate into this one. Sophia drops from the heavens, but dies onto the hands of Jademore. Not enough information for her to really commit onto that play. Alkia needs to be perfect, needs to be fast on the gun. Jada has a double. Anwar is the last. Giant X really upsets the blue wall, breaks it in, and brings Giant X to another round, brings them to a rematch against G2 Gozen.